Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Françoise. You can call me friend. All my friends do. And today I'm coming to you with a 2024 Valentine's Day fragrance pick. I thought about it and I was like, you know, for Valentine's Day, yes, you want to look good. You know, you want your makeup to be flawless, but you also want to smell good. How about that? That's one big thing that you cannot neglect, because if you don't smell good, I don't care how good you look, it's still a no, right? So let's get into it. I'm gonna keep this video short and sweet. I selected 5 fragrances that are my absolute favorite for this category. These are the fragrances that I, you know, decide to wear when I'm feeling myself. I know I have a date, you know, maybe feeling a little, you know, you have a boo, or maybe you're going on a date for the first time. You really want to leave a strong, sexy first impression. All the above. These are the fragrances for you. And I made sure to have at least 2 very affordable options which smell great. They're just as good as the most expensive fragrance here, but they're all pretty affordable fragrances. All right, let's get into it. So the first fragrance I'm going to talk about is from the house of Valentino. All right, I made sure to take I'm looking down my phone right now. Made sure to take pictures because I didn't want to forget the notes, because my memory, honey, it doesn't work like that. All right, so the first one we're going to talk about is the Valentino Donna, Born in Roma, in the Coral Fantasy bottle. I believe there's 3 bottles of this. Now, I remember I walked into, when it first came out, I went to Sephora, I wanted to smell them, and I was really sure that I was gonna get the original version, but then I smelled this and I was like, you know what, I don't have anything like that. This is something that I could actually use, because the scent was just so different to anything that I've had. And I also was looking for a fragrance to wear more in the summer, spring, summer, and this honestly was perfect. I love the bottle. I love the design of it. I love the color of the juice inside. It's Valentino, you can't go wrong. I love how the cap really is strong. You have to really pull it, and you know, you hear that sound when you put it back on. It's a great fragrance. Now, what are the notes in this fragrance? And I apologize in advance if I keep like doing this with my throat. It's just, I'm still recovering from a cold, and my goodness, I feel like I've been saying that a lot. Okay, so the main accords of this fragrance are mostly fruity, musky, citrusy. There are some tropical notes in here. It's obviously sweet. It has beautiful white florals, rose and powder notes in here. This fragrance is just, oh my gosh, it smells so good. It's very girly. It's very feminine, but not necessarily in a super grown-up, you know, way. I don't see a 45-year-old woman wearing this. Not just because it doesn't smell good enough. It's just, it has this kind of like youthful, you know, scent. I would say, you know, like a teenager, a girl in her like early to mid 20s, even late 20s as well. I mean, I'm 29, I'm still wearing this, so you can wear it at any age really. That's not the problem. It's just that it has a very youthful vibe to it, and I think you can be older, but you want to remain young at heart. You want to remain young in the way you dress, in the way you smell, then this will be perfect for you. I tend to wear this mostly in the daytime. you know, mostly in the daytime, and I would recommend wearing this maybe on the first date. I think that would be a really nice impression, because you smell good, but it's not like overpowering. Like, it's the notes are just so beautiful. I personally prefer to wear fragrances close to my skin. I'm not really one to spray it on my clothes. I prefer to spray it directly on my skin. So one thing I do to make my perfumes last longer is basically after I shower, I make sure that I moisturize my skin really well. And in the areas where I know I'm gonna put my perfume on, which are usually the neck, the side of the neck, or behind the ears, right here, on the wrist, in the back of my knees, those areas I would go with something like petroleum jelly or shea butter, some type of butter that I would apply in those areas, and then I'm gonna go ahead and spray the perfume on. Doing this really make the perfume last much longer than it would originally, because you have that extra layer of jelly or like shea butter, whatever you want to put on there, and it really holds on to the perfume and make it last longer. Other than that, I think the sillage is pretty good. I don't think you would smell it on yourself after 6 to 8 hours, but I think other people would smell it on you. So it's one of those things, you wear it on yourself, and then after a few hours your nose kind of goes blind to the smell that you have. But other people would definitely smell it on you. So it's a really good one. I honestly recommend it if you're going on the first date, if it's a day date, you know, or maybe you've been on a few dates and, you know, maybe it's starting to become a little more serious, but you still want to, you know, smell sweet and young and refreshing and just have that whole vibe with you. This is definitely a game changer. I love this. Now, you don't have to get the Coral Fantasy. The other two fragrances in this collection are just as good. I just prefer this one because I wanted something to wear in the summer, and this was more my cup of tea. So this was Valentino Donna in Coral Fantasy. Now, the second pick in this collection right here is going to be dun, 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 dun. And I don't think you guys see this coming because I don't see many people talking about Zara perfumes, and I know there's a few videos, but honestly I feel like they deserve so much more recognition than what they have right now. So the story behind this, so this is called Femme, which means woman. It's a beautiful pale yellow bottle. I love the way Zara perfume looks. In general, I love the bottles, and it's written right here, but you guys won't see it because of the light. So it's Zara Femme, and this fragrance is, I love this fragrance. This might be my current favorite perfume in my entire collection, and I mean my entire collection. I have everything you can think of. I have Parfum de Marly, I have Baccarat, I have Chanel, but this is the most beautiful scent I ever put on myself. I love it so much that, and good thing because it's so strong in a good way. Like the sage is crazy. You could still smell this on you after like 2-3 days. Literally, like I still smell it on my clothes. So you don't really need to put much on, which is good for me because I don't want to run out of this ever. But it's just, listen, if you have a boo, you have a boo, you have a partner, and you guys maybe have been, you know, together for a while, and you need a new scent. A scent that's gonna make him addicted, you know, a scent that's gonna make him question what you have on, make him sniff you all over. Like, this is the scent. It's beautiful. Now this scent is pretty vanilla, like vanilla-esque. What am I trying to say? Anyways, if you know a thing about vanilla, is that it's very like enticing. Okay, it gets people going, and that's what we're going for. This is Valentine's Day, right? So the main notes in here are going to be peony and bergamot. Then you have tonka bean and sandalwood, and then the base notes are going to be vanilla, musk, and patchouli. Oh my gosh, this fragrance. So it's overall, it's powdery, it's a little woody, it's sweet and musky, and it has that little warm spice to it, a little bit ambery, and the patchouli, you know, patchouli is kind of like that note, you know, people either love or hate. I tend to like it when it's mixed up with a lot of different notes. I don't like a very patchouli heavy fragrance. That kills it for me. But when it's in a beautiful blend like this. Hi guys, I'm back. My camera cut off. I had to change my battery real quick, but I'm back. All right, so I was talking about the Zara Femme fragrance. Again, it's a beautiful fragrance. It's very, you know, vanilla. I smell a lot of vanilla in here, and I love vanilla. If you're not a vanilla girl or man, this might not be for you, just because although it's a beautiful blend, I would say it's more vanilla based, and I love that. I love the vanilla note. Now it's a base note, so when you first spray it, you get the florals first, you get the musky notes first, and then you get to the vanilla, which really kind of seal everything in. And oh my gosh, I need to spray this on myself. I love it so much. This is the fragrance that's gonna make everybody turn their heads, like, who is walking in? Who is that? You go to a cafe, you go to a restaurant, whoever's sitting next to you is gonna ask you, what are you wearing? And they're honestly, they're really gonna think that it's a expensive perfume, something you got, I don't know, Nordstrom, but no, it's just Zara. And honestly, Zara has been doing really well with their perfumes lately. And I worked in Zara when I was younger. My first retail job was Zara, and I did like some of their perfumes. I think I was wearing one at a time that I really liked. I think it was called Zara Gold, but that was really the only one that I ever bought for myself. And after a few years, I just stopped buying Zara perfumes. I just started buying more like Valentinos or Chanel's, Dior's, and stuff like that. And my sister really is the one that kind of made me double back into the world of Zara fragrances, because whenever I visit her, she lives in France, she has a whole collection of Zara fragrances, and they all smell so good, like, oh my goodness. And that really encouraged me to kind of like go back to Zara myself and kind of smell what they have, and add a couple of these fragrances to my collection. So this honestly is an amazing find. I think I bought this late last year, if I remember correctly, and it's one of the best perfumes that I have. Honestly, right now it's my favorite of all time. If I had to choose one perfume in my collection to wear for the rest of the year, only one, this will be it. So I really encourage you to get this one as well. So that was Zara Femme. The second one is also going to be Zara, and this one was my sister's. Whenever she just sprayed this on herself, I would be like, what do you have on? Like, this gets me feral. So I can only imagine what it would be like for your partner, for your boyfriend, for your husband to smell this on you. I don't think he's gonna let you out of the house. Yeah, that's how good this smells. It's sexy. So this is Zara Nuit, which means night. Oh my goodness. Gosh, I can't. This. Oh my God. To me, this is the dirtier, more sensual nighttime version of Zara Femme. Now this is it's just as good. It smells just as sensual. Oh my gosh, why is it so hard to film anything? If it's not my battery dying, it's my light going off, everything to not let me film. But anyway, I'm gonna try to wrap this up as fast as I can. So as I was saying, Zara Nuit to me is the more sensual, the more animalistic, the more, I want to say, dirtier version of this. Now this is just as sensual, it's just as enticing, it's very similar but at the same time very different. No matter how enticing this is, I see myself wearing it more during the daytime. Now this is for sure, this is giving a message. This is, I'm putting this on, maybe we're going to dinner, maybe we're not, because you're not going to be able to take your hands off of me, and I don't want you to. This is that. This is the one that will get you folded like a lawn chair, if you know what I mean. And I love that. I love that. It's just, it's almost raunchy to me. It's like, oh my gosh. Let me just read you the notes, because I gotta keep this video PG, and this is anything but PG-13. Let me tell you that. All right, so this also is a vanilla fragrance. Has powder notes, amber, iris. It's pretty sweet and musky. Fruity too, and it also has some violet in here, so that's where the difference comes in, you know, like the violet. Yeah, I think is the only ingredient that's kind of different compared to Zara Femmes, but it makes a difference. It really makes a whole difference. I think it just adds to the sensuality of it. It's just a beautiful fragrance. Beautiful, beautiful. Now this was launched in 2023, and the notes, the actual notes, are peach and bergamot, the top notes, and then the middle notes are iris and lily of the valley. The base notes are vanilla, amber, musk, and woody notes. So again, it's almost the same composition, but like I said, this has some violet in here, so that's where you could smell the difference. Yeah, I personally think it really makes a difference, and makes this fragrance just a little bit more sensual. This is again one of my favorite of all time, and this is something that I would highly recommend. Honestly, out of these 5 fragrances that I'm showing you, if anything else is out of your budget, or you just don't want to buy anything expensive, these 2, you can't go wrong with them. And these are Zara perfumes. They're at best like $20, like $19.90 each. So honestly, just try them out. You won't regret it. If you like vanilla, if you like sensual, slightly spicy, slightly musky fragrances, these are the ones for you. All right, we're moving along. So the last 2 fragrances are from the houses of Versace and Gucci. I'm gonna start with Gucci. Now this is good old Gucci Guilty. I don't think this needs an introduction. Funny enough, this was my mom's perfume and I stole it from her, and I've had it ever since. Now this is funny because when I first put this one on me, it seems a bit too spicy, a bit too warm, but the minute it just sets in, the minute I walk out of the door, my goodness, it just smells amazing. Now you can smell the like fruity notes in here too. it smells so good. This is sexy. This is sexy with some, how do I say it? It's not just warm and spicy. You can smell the fruity notes in it, and I think the composition is just a really beautiful blend. I think the notes are, let me look at my phone real quick. So it's floral and spicy, it's fruity, it's sweet, definitely also has patchouli in it, some citrus notes and musk as well. So the actual notes are going to be pink pepper, mandarin orange. I think that's what I smell. Yeah, in the beginning when you spray, even before you spray, that's, to me, that's the first note that just comes to my nose, the mandarin orange, and then pink pepper and bergamot. And then for the middle notes, you have peach, geranium, jasmine, and black currant. And the base notes are patchouli, amber, white musk, and vanilla. So you guys may start to notice a trend in all my perfumes. They all have some sort of vanilla, some sort of patchouli. They're all, for the most part, oriental perfumes. Like, you know, they're warm and spicy, but at the same time they have like fruity and floral notes in it, because I can't do too spicy. I can do a fragrance that's just like amber all the way. That's too much. But when it's mixed like this in such a beautiful blend, it's just gorgeous, and that's what I like. Now this, to me, is the more expensive version of this. Not that it smells the same, because it does not. It's very different. But what I mean is they have the same effect. They really do. This will get you folded like a lawn chair. This will get you folded like a lawn chair. It's the same, girls. Like this, these two, amazing. And now I'm kind of curious. I wonder if I pair them together, how they would smell, because my fragrances are so beautiful on their own and so strong that I don't really like mix them. But now I'm wondering if I mix these two, what is it gonna give? I'm kind of curious, and I might try it out one of these days. But yeah, this same effect as this. So I would say if your budget is a little low, you don't want to go over your budget, definitely go with the Zara Nui. It's amazing. If you really want to spoil yourself and you want something from the house of Gucci, then Gucci Guilty is an OG. You can never go wrong. This bottle in particular is just, it's just beautiful. And I just love the gold and the double G's, and when you take it out and spray, this will also stay forever. This does not come out of your clothes. I, like, literally 3-4 days later, you're still smelling this on your clothes. Same thing with the two Zara perfumes I showed you as well. So these are very strong. They'll stay on for a long time, especially if you moisturize your skin before you apply them. Oh my gosh, you'll smell like this for like days on end. You literally have to like wash your clothes for the smell to come out, and which is what I love, because that means you don't have to overspray. You can still have this perfume for a very long time. So that was Gucci Guilty. Now, last but not least, because I also love this fragrance. I love this fragrance so much, and I think it's to me it's the middle ground between the Zara perfumes and the Gucci Guilty. It's almost the same level with the Valentino I showed you guys, but the Valentino is definitely more like spring summer for me. I would not wear this particularly in the winter or fall, but everything else that I'm showing you I would. So now, Dylan Blue. I think you guys know this perfume. It's that bottle is kind of like, when it first came out, I think everyone was going and buying this. It was just all the rage. It's a beautiful bottle to start with. So presentation, when it comes to just how everything looks, I think I do really well with my fragrances. I like looking at beautiful things. So yes, they have to smell good. Yes, I need to like them, but they also have to look good, because then it makes me want to put them on. It looks good in my vanity, and yeah, it's just a girly thing at this point. So this is Versace Dylan Blue. Now, I love this. This is very different though than everything else I showed. And I think the reason why is because it's almost a toned down version of everything else that I just showed. Like, you can tell that the sillage is not that strong. You can tell that you're gonna have to spray this quite a lot to really maintain that, you know, smell on you for like a few hours. But at the same time, it's like, it's almost an understated, like, sensual fragrance. Like, it's something that you would wear very close to your body, like directly on your skin. It's something that you would want, of course you want people to smell it, but not too much. Like, you want your partner, you want your lover, you want your date to kind of come close to your skin, to hug you and like whisper something in your ear, and then he gets you know, that whiff of godliness, goddess scent. And again, I'm showing it last, but it's definitely not least. It's a beautiful fragrance. It's just not as powerful as the other ones are, so you have to spray this quite a bit. But the notes for this, the top notes are going to be blackcurrant sorbet, Granny Smith apple, clover, forget-me-not, and shisolia. I actually don't know what that is. Heart notes are going to be rose, Battalia, jasmine, peach, and then the base notes again, patchouli, and musk. So the only thing it doesn't really have is the vanilla, although it might smell a little bit like it has some, but yeah, there's really no vanilla here. It's the musk, it's the powder notes, it's the patchouli, it's the jasmine and the peach that you smell in here. A little bit of that apple scent, that Granny Smith apple in here. But honestly, I love it. It's gorgeous. Again, this is a date night for me. Sometimes you just want to be understated. To me, like, I've realized I'm very moody. I'm all about vibes. I will never wear the same fragrances, the same fragrance every night when I go out. No, I think it depends on the mood that I'm in. If I'm in a very like soft, don't want to do much mood, you know, I just kind of like want to wear something that's kind of like, you know, understated, and I don't want to smell so strong, but I still want to smell good, then this is probably what I'm wearing that night. I'm probably wearing a simple dress, maybe some kitten heels, or maybe just sandals. I'm going on a casual date with my boo. This is what I'm wearing, because that way then I'm not overdoing it. But if I'm going on a sexy date, if it's a Valentine's date, if it's a night out, then everything else that I mentioned, these three, are definitely it. And then we also have this, which to me is kind of the same level with this. A little bit more understated, a little bit more sweet, a little bit more girly, smell good. This is a little bit more sensual than this. But honestly, I recommend all the fragrances that I've shown you guys. Again, we started with this one, then you have the Zara Femme, you have the Zara Nuit, you have the Gucci Guilty, and then you have the Versace Dylan Blue. And that concludes my video. I hope you guys liked it. Please leave me comments down below. I would love to hear about your favorite scents, especially this time of the year for Valentine's Day. What are you guys doing? Are you guys going on dates? Are you having Galentine's Day with your friends instead? And which fragrances, which perfumes do you like to wear for Valentine's Day? Or which perfumes are just your favorite at the moment? I would love, love, love to hear about it. And hopefully comment back, reply to your comments, and so we can just have some nice back and forth chatter on this channel. And so yeah, again, happy Valentine's Day, guys. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I hope you go on a beautiful date. I hope you have fun that day. And for the singles, don't you worry, love is coming. You know, the thing with love is you never want to pursue it because it will feel like it's not coming to you. But whenever you kind of sit back and relax and occupy yourself with hobbies and other things, that's when you meet someone. That's when love comes to you. So use this, you know, day as a Valentine day, or just pamper yourself. That's what I used to do. I would pamper myself on that day. I would buy myself flowers. I would buy myself chocolate. I would, you know, have a glass of wine that day, maybe watch a movie that I really like. You can romanticize your own life. You can be nice to yourself. You know, you can love on yourself. This is the era of love. We don't need someone else to love on us. We can also love on us. So don't you worry, love is coming to you. In the meantime, take care of yourself. I love you guys, and I hope to see you in the next video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Share even, why not? And I will see you in the next one. All right, bye bye.